Okay, lesson 15, we continue reading from the Hatha Yoga Pradipika about Kriya, which are preparation for pranayama, energy control. Last week we had Dauti and Vashti. Today we have Neti. Sutra 29 in chapter 2 of the Hatha Yoga Pradipika tells us, then Neti is described. Insert through the nasal passage a smooth thread of the length of a handspan, about 9 inches, and draw it out through the mouth. This is called Neti by the Siddhas. Well, try to imagine a thread going through a nostril and then out through the mouth, touching those incredibly delicate tissues in the sinuses. That's horrible, painful, and damaging, of course, that delicate tissue. You have a neti pot. Many yoga practitioners have a neti pot. It's like a mini teapot. You fill it with water and you rinse the nostrils. Like with Vashti, the anima, the neti pot is a medical device. So it's not for ritual purposes. It has become a tool for ritual purposes, but the neti pot you use only when required. When you have a stuffed nose and you want to unclog your sinuses because breathing has become so difficult. Then you put some lukewarm water in the neti pot, a pinch of salt, and you rinse the sinuses, and with that open up, you can breathe again. It's relatively innocent. The previous two are really damaging if you do them on a regular basis, even if you do it once, especially with Dauti. But like with Dauti and Vashti, there is, of course, a practical meaning behind the symbolical language. Not only that, to make it part of the framework that we are building to prepare you for energy control. We start from the beginning. These are the 7 chakras. We start from the beginning with Dauti. We visualize energy descending from the top until it reaches Manipura chakra. The piece of cloth that you gobble up follows the track through the mouth, the throat, the esophagus, and ends up in the stomach. Shiva energy coming down. Then you pull the cloth out. Shakti energy rising up. If you have difficulty imagining flow of energy, which most people have, these exercises are designed to help you with that. So you can literally imagine, not literally perform, but literally imagine mentally that you swallow a piece of cloth that goes down. You follow very consciously the tract through the throat, the esophagus, the stomach, and then you go up again. Then we have Vashti, which sucks up water through the anus. literally according to the text, you shake and expel. So Shakti in, rising up, Shiva out, descending. Neti is the start of meditation. First, you have brought your attention to the energy flows. Shiva enters through Chandra Bindu. Chandra Bindu is the moon gate, 15 centimeters above the head, through which Shiva energy enters, Shakti energy exits. Then we were made aware of the energy at the bottom, the energy flow at the bottom. Surya Bindu is the sun gate, through which is in the middle of the groin, in the center of Muladhara chakra, in fact, through which Shakti energy rises up and Shiva energy exits. You have to see this from the perspective of the time when this book was written 1,000 years ago, 1,100 years ago, when people were not mentally very developed, not very bright. So it's like teaching a child. To control energy, you have to develop concentration. To develop concentration, you have to know where the intellect is located. Neti is designed to do that. You don't pull a smooth thread through your nostril and out your mouth. We have done this from the beginning already. You try to locate the mental body. We have used nada for that. It's a very powerful tool, a shortcut, because nada is introduced normally later, further down the road. So the mental body is here, and instead of pulling a thread through the nasal passages, you simply concentrate on this ball of energy using nada. You will see that the next exercise, Trataka, is actually introducing using the mental body. So this step for a modern human being is superficial, because we're already very developed, very aware of the mental body through 20 years of compulsory education, 15, 20 years of compulsory. But if you see this from the perspective of a human being 1,000 years ago, this is an important step to transform the human being from instinctive life to survive to a life that is guided from the intellect. So from that perspective, it is actually a huge step in terms of transforming the human being from animal life to basically civilization, civilized life. So that is what you do here. When we learn about Trataka in the next session, you will be able to make more sense out of this, the logic here. Sutra 30. This purifies the region of the skull and makes the sight capable of perceiving subtle things. Also, Neti soon removes all diseases of the body above the shoulders. Diseases of the body above the shoulders is the head, mental diseases, imbecility, but also depression. Depression is a tamas issue, which you think is in the brain. When you add energy, the depression, if it's not clinical, disappears. And by drawing your attention to the mental body, you increase the energy there. So it's very obvious that diseases above the shoulders are being taken care of. Also interesting, It makes the sight capable of perceiving subtle things. We have talked about the doubting Thomas phenomenon. Perceiving subtle things is things that you sense, not see with your physical eyes. So your sixth sense is awakened. Your ability to receive vibrations from the environment. Your ability to see patterns. Your ability to understand people's feelings and thoughts, which are vibrations. It purifies the region of the skull. Purification. The word purification is often used for, not in the sense of cleansing, but repairing or improving. The Kriya exercises are considered purification exercises. That's why people think it is correct to swallow a piece of cloth. It seems to cleanse. Yeah? But we know that it is in fact damaging, harmful. It is purification not in the sense of cleansing, but purification in the sense of bringing awareness to an aspect that so far we have failed to see. The aspect of energy flows. And then the ability to control it. That is, in this sense, considered to be purification. All right, let's give it a try.